So, Steve, game of two halves today, really, but a tough point at home. What do you make of today?
I thought we were good. Yeah, I thought we were good. I've just said to the players in there, um, you get to 75 minutes and you haven't scored, and we should have scored. We had infinitely the better chances. In fact, just spoken to Jack Thompson, debutant goalkeeper today, and who I thought was excellent, absolutely top drawer. And as he said, he hadn't had a save to make for 75 minutes, which I think tells you the story of the game, really, to be fair. So, not having scored, which has been our Achilles heel, as we know, for the past few games, the important thing is that you don't lose the game of football. And we didn't lose the game of football today. We defended really, really well for the last 20 minutes. Still got up the pitch, but we defended really, really well. And we got a clean sheet. So it's another point. It's not where I wanted to be, because obviously I wanted to win the game of football and ease ourselves out of the relegation zone today. But having said that, lots and lots of positives. We get a little bit nervous, as you've seen, in and around the last third, because obviously the stats, as we're all familiar with and we all know for the last two games, are horrendous in terms of shots on goal in the last two games. 43 shots on goal against Sutton and Solihull Moors combined, and that's, you can see that in our play, because we take that extra touch. We want to, we're not inventive enough when we get into that final third to open teams up. But the good thing is, it's another point, another clean sheet, and I thought we were good. I thought it was a good overall performance, and one thing lacking, and we know that what that was, and that was the winning goal.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, we had a bit of a blow in the week with Henry Gray being recalled so quickly. How quickly did you arrange with Derby to get Thompson in, and how did it affect the plans going into today?
It was all very, very nip and tuck, because there was some doubt, even though Henry Gray received a phone call from Ipswich on Tuesday night after the game on the way home. There was still some doubt as to whether he was going to be recalled or not. But obviously, at this level, you can't leave anything to chance. Jack was mentioned, as was another keeper. It got very, very late, but I'd already done my due diligence and what have you in preparation for this. And although it happened 11th hour, I had no doubt about the boy and his ability and what he brings and what he will be in terms of a goalkeeper in his career. And I think you saw that today. He's a very, very good goalkeeper with a very, very good head on his shoulders, and he's got a big, big career ahead of him, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. So we've got some key games coming up this week. We've got an Essex Senior Cup tie, and we've got obviously the big one on Saturday. We only had 5 on the bench today, with a couple out injured. How likely are they to be there for Saturday?
Tom Blackwell's out for at least a month. Tommy Smith has still got a little bit of a hamstring problem, which keeps flaring up. So I'm not entirely sure where we are with that and when he'll be back in training. Lewis Walker, I'm delighted to say, will be back in full training on Monday. And if he comes through that, Lewis will be in the squad for Chelmsford on Saturday.
Speaking of Chelmsford, how are we preparing for that game?
The same way that we prepare for all games. We'll be back on the training ground on Monday. We'll afford them every due respect that they deserve, and they're credited for. They're a very, very good side with some very, very good players, and it's going to be some occasion. But we've got to look past that. We've got to look at ourselves. We've got to look at what quality and ability we've got in the squad, what mentality we've got in the squad, which will determine the team that I pick for Saturday, and we'll be going there well prepared to win a game of football.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Thank you.